Welcome back, chums. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 patch 2.0. As it says in the title of the video, yes, I had a chance to play through patch 2.0 to experience all of the new features and additions which are coming with this update, which means vehicle combat, new police system, redesigned perk system, and so much more. So today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the patch, what I think about it, and what can you expect. Also, keep in mind that the gameplay you're seeing in the background is not 2.0 gameplay, so I'm using some old gameplay from before in combination with the gameplay teasers and trailers that we already have for Phantom Liberty. And also, I do want to thank CD Projekt Red for actually allowing me to review Phantom Liberty as well. So my review of Phantom Liberty is coming on September 20th. Stay tuned for that. Now, when it comes to patch 2.0 itself, there's a few things I want to talk about. So first things first, the patch is amazing. I love it. I absolutely enjoyed every single moment of it, and I'm gonna give you reasons why. So first off, when I loaded in the patch, I got into the game, I loaded up my save. So I loaded up the save of a character which is already level 50 and all of that because I'm gonna start a new playthrough soon. When that happened, I got into it and the overall performance was the same. There weren't any issues. That's also one of the things people were asking, like what's gonna be happening with performance when you enter the game. Is things are going to be running at 3 frames? No. So I can tell you right now, like the frame rate I had prior to installing the update and after installing the update was pretty much the same. It was good, because over the past, year and a half, Cyberpunk 2077 has been optimized well, so like in general I don't have any problems with this game or frame rates anymore, and with this update it's good. And after that, I immediately checked out the new redesigned perks and attribute system. So first off, when it comes to attributes, once you go into the game, you will be prompted with a notice saying, do you want to reset your attributes? And you can do that pretty much, so you can reset everything and invest into attributes you want to play with your character as. Of course, you don't have to do that straight away. You can keep that reset attributes button for later, but if you want, you can do it straight away. But when it comes to the perks system as well, the full redesign was definitely worth it, because right now, as you actually go and level up your attributes, that's how you can get more stuff from that skill tree, to get more perks in. And the way perks are designed now, it is perfectly clear what is gonna be happening once you get that perk. So the actual line and how it goes, it's goes one huge perk and then you have a lot of bonus perks around it which are gonna be helping this main perk which you have selected. So from that area, perks make a lot more sense, they are a lot more useful and they work better with each other. So what I did is I used perks from different skill trees, like for example physical or reflexes, to combine it with one another so it's going to serve my character well. So from that standpoint, I really enjoyed that all of the perks which didn't really make sense, all of the perks which were kind of doing the same thing in the, prior to 2.0 update, that has been changed now. So perks make a lot more sense now. And when on top of that you add new finishers, new abilities which you can do with V, it is honestly very good, because this perk system allows for more creativity when it comes to your character. Because right now, as they were saying in that promotional material, you can become a Terminator and all of that, you can become a ninja and be very stealthy and very deadly. Yes, you can do that because the perk system right now allows it, because it gives you enough things to play with so that each character you make and how you want to make that character, either full guns blazing or full stealth, it's going to make sense because those perks are going to complement your playthrough really well, and that's what matters. And you will be going into your perk system, you're gonna be resetting those perks and trying out new stuff, because there is so many possibilities and combinations you can do which work well with each other, to the point where I just spent 2 hours going through these perks and just, okay, what does this do? Okay, what if I do this? What if I get this perk and get more critical here? What's gonna be happening? And it was worth it, because on level 50, if you are fully decked out with a lot of those perks, your character can become unstoppable. And one of the things which I like, for example, I took a katana and I invested in a certain perk which I'm not gonna be talking about right now. And when I started swinging that katana was moving incredibly fast. Like, I had a feeling like I was basically just slicing through enemies with incredible speeds. And when you have that stuff, and when you slice, and then you have a finisher and you finish it off, it is... oh man, it is good, because you can also chain those finishers. Like, you get one guy, there is another guy close to you, which is relatively low HP, you finish him up as well. It is amazing. But of course, if you want to go for a more straightforward playthrough, you know, with guns and everything, there is gonna be stuff with that as well, which is going to work well. Like they mentioned in that gameplay Q&A that they had a while back, like having that adrenaline rush and having some of the stuff, you know, getting back that health to you as you're getting more attacked by more and more people. That was incredibly worth it, and I'm gonna be talking about that in the future, but honestly, right now, if you want to go for that Terminator fantasy, you can do it. And also, one of the coolest new features is you being able to jump off of the bike. It's basically a perk you unlock, and a lot of these perks which are, you know, new abilities which you've seen in the actual gameplay trailer, you're gonna be able to unlock those very early, so you don't have to like invest in a full reflex skill tree to be able to have all of that. A lot of those things are relatively at the beginning of the perk system, so you will be able to unlock them really fast, or they unlock after 1 or 2 perks in that skill tree. But going like off of the bike and then using mantis blades to basically zoom onto the enemy was it's a different experience, man. Like the fight now, it's just like a totally different game sometimes, man. It's crazy. Now let's talk about vehicle combat. So vehicle combat is also a new feature in the game. So this allows you to take out your weapon either on a bike or in a car. And yes, you can take out a katana when you're on a bike, and you can swing that katana around when you are actually on the bike. One of the cool things with that is, for example, when you take out a katana on a bike and you start driving, V is going to hold that katana like this, like on the back, so you're gonna have that cool animation as he's driving. You can basically slice around. There was a moment I was going with a bike and I took out a katana, I was just swinging around, and I see these 2 NCPD officers. I approached them, and as I was zooming through, I swing the katana like this, and I don't know, like, why was it? Maybe because they were standing too close, they're just like both dead instantly. Like, that was crazy, like when that was happening, because I thought, hey, maybe this is not going to reach, like they're too far away, but then like it was crazy to see it up front. But yes, it works well. When it comes to just shooting from the vehicle, it's good. You do have auto aim, so like even on keyboard and mouse on PC, you can turn that off, but if you want, you can keep that auto aim, which basically like locks onto a vehicle, and you can just, you know, spam left mouse button and it's going to start attacking that vehicle, or attacking, or well, shooting the people inside it. Hacking cars is also amazing, because right now you can hack pretty much any car out on the road. And what I noticed is that it can be incredibly useful to hack vehicles in general, because, for example, there were like 3 guys, like NCPD officers, standing in the front attacking me because I was trying out a new wanted system, which we're gonna be talking about, and there was a car like parked here and they were standing here, so I hacked the car so that the car floors and hits them, and it happened. So you can use vehicles which are standing on the road as you're fighting. There's an enemy hiding behind a car, hack the car so the car moves away. There's a car approaching you, either make it slam the brakes or make it run past you because they're gonna be accelerating and they cannot stop, or you want to just simply destruct them all. Like that's going to be one of the options you can. And playing with those vehicles, it was a lot of fun from that. And when it comes to generally aiming from the vehicle, that was good. I mean, if you played the mod, if you had the mod on PC, it's similar to that, but obviously a lot more optimized, so like it's not gonna be causing issues as you drive now, and animation is not going to be all over the place. So from that standpoint, it is amazing. Like, that's pretty much good now. I mean, you can shoot through the windshield, you can kind of get out and like shoot from the back, you can turn around. On that sense, great. But man, the driving, that's something which people were asking, what about driving? Is driving gonna be better? Yes, it actually is. It's better now. Like, you're gonna see it once you go into the update. Like, cars right now, they behave well. Like, remember before when you, like, for example, you're driving a car in Cyberpunk, or you want to brake and then you want to like slowly go somewhere and like make those little turns, and the car goes like that. it's not happening anymore. Like, those things are not happening. So right now the car is gonna be behaving much better. Around the corners it's going to be looking better. When it comes to actual, like, just braking and fighting with other people, like police for example, which is chasing you, it's done well. And this collision right now, which you had problems with before, like for example when you hit the vehicle before, like everything kind of spazzes out and problems can happen and bugs, it's not happening anymore. Like on that front it's good, and driving itself feels a lot more responsive. Like it's more responsive than it has ever been. I really enjoyed driving through the city with like the updated like vehicle system. It makes much more sense and it's more enjoyable to drive every single one of those vehicles. There are also now 3 different cameras when you are in the vehicle. So for example, an example would be GTA. So before in Cyberpunk you had first person camera, close vehicle camera, and then far away. Now you have first person camera, close camera, medium camera, and then, you know, like further camera, which, you know, you had in the game already. But honestly, like driving, and I don't know, like what they added some of the new like sounds for vehicles. Like when you're driving you can hear the turbine and you can hear like some of the parts in the car like going like it's really cool like how it's done now, and it sounds much better. So on that front it's good. When it comes to police system, oh man, I think police system is probably one of the best features out there that I experienced like so far in 2.0. It is definitely the most fun feature out of everything. So once I was finished with attributes, once I was finished with perks, once I was finished with cyberware, which we're also going to be talking about a bit, I got and said, okay, I'm gonna start causing chaos. So what I did is I got out, and right now, like, listen, there is going to be a lot more police in Night City. So depending on the district, obviously, but as you're driving around, you're gonna be seeing police, you know, drive around. You're going to see cops exiting the vehicle, and they're gonna be looking around. They're gonna be doing some stuff. They're going to go back into the vehicle, and they're gonna continue driving. One of the mistakes I made is I was driving, I hit the police vehicle, and they automatically said like, man, you're gone, you have problems. So when that happens, once you attack police or you start causing issues, you're going to hear on the radio like, there is a guy here, blah blah blah, in this, you know, district causing chaos. We need, you know, all possible like units here to stop this guy. So you start fighting them on level 1, level 2, and they start approaching in a vehicle. So no, they're not gonna be spawning behind you anymore. Now they have a logical way of entering into the fight. So as soon as that happened, I got police on my back. They started chasing me, and they chase well. Like the thing is, they just get out of the vehicle and they start shooting you, like, and you have to really evade because after a while your car is gonna be taking damage. And don't worry, like the car is not gonna be exploding straight away. So they solved that issue, and it wasn't annoying in that sense. So the cars are driving around, chaos is ensuing. I'm fighting the police, like shooting from the vehicle and everything. And as that happens, as you start, you know, flatlining that NCPD, they're gonna say on the radio, look, we're not stopping this guy, we need reinforcements, we need heavy, you know, firepower, we need everything. Then you get cops which are much more armored up and they have better equipment. They're gonna start attacking you. Max Tech is not coming yet, but they're gonna be coming in better vehicles. After a while, these cops arrive in vehicles which have machine guns on them. So yes, you will have cops in Cyberpunk 2.0 which come at like level 4, 3, 4, which do have like machine guns on their vehicle. And one of the fun things which happened then, as I was going into a vehicle, I was trying to run away, they arrive and they start shooting me. And those bullets hit pretty hard. So as they're hitting my car is basically being like pumped into a wall and I can't move. So I'm waiting for this guy to reload, for his weapon to overheat, and when that happened I started zooming out. But then what happened? They hacked my vehicle and I had to get out. When they hack your vehicle, it stops moving, so you have to run away. Now, I dealt with everything. I took the cop's car, like the big car that they arrive in, and I started using machine gun on them. It was a lot of fun because I was just zooming through the city and just holding left mouse button for that machine gun to fire, and I was basically destroying everything in front of me. That was a lot of fun. Once that was finished, I was like at level 5. I said, okay, max tech is gonna be coming now. And at first like 5 minutes, max tech wasn't arriving, and I was like, what is going on? This is not good, like what's happening? But then I was like, okay, I'm going to run away. I start running away, and then you hear these huge sirens above me, and all of a sudden I just see this red thing on the ground, the AV is dropping down, and the max tech is dropping down. These officers hit strong now. They are incredibly strong. Like, if you really think you're gonna be able to fight max tech right now that easily, oh man, you are in for a surprise. When they arrive, they're gonna be like, you're gonna have different max tech officers. One is going to be with a heavy machine gun, 2 are gonna be with assault rifles, while the 4th guy is gonna be actively attacking you with mantis blades, and they're gonna be just basically zooming around you. So from that standpoint, it was rough. Now I'm gonna be honest, like, a lot of people are not gonna be able to reach max tech before their flatline, because the cops which arrive before max tech, they are rough also as well. And keep in mind, during this entire time as max tech is, you know, flying in and they're going after you, you still have all of those cops coming. So in general, if you're not fully decked out and you don't have endgame character, like, you're gonna really have a hard time fighting max tech. In that case, it's better to run away. Once you start running away, that's when problems start, because now they can follow you around. And like, the thing is, like, I was in this chase and I finished up the chase, like, I managed to stop them. I was like, okay, they're finally behind me, I can continue moving forward. But that's the problem, because in that case you have different vehicles coming from different sides of the road. Like, for example, they're gonna be coming in from different streets and you're going to be boxed in. So you really have to think fast, and you have to sometimes basically say, there's no way I can escape with a vehicle, I have to go on foot. And honestly, sometimes it's just better to go on foot, because you can find this really small hidey hole which you hide in and you should be safe. But overall, they are a lot more deadlier now. They follow you around, they search for you, they roam around the city. Like, I was just on a bike doing this, like, with a katana, and people around me were like, what are you doing? Wait, let me call the cops. So those things are happening right now. And also in the city, I was seeing gangers fight police. I saw police chasing other people. It was wild in that sense. And you can also see them on the mini-map, so they're a lot more present, and you can feel that presence right now in the game as you play. And also, besides the biggest features, patch 2.0 also has a lot of quality of life changes which really do overall help the game. Like, the actual phone book right now is a lot better. I obviously cannot show it, but it just going through messages and going through different contacts and reading that, it's much better. When it comes to inventory system, when it comes to cyberware itself, it's there is a lot more. Like, cyberware right now and how it works, and generally how, like, your character is gonna be working with that is fun, especially having like different penalties if you take too much chrome and all of it. So from that sense, it's great. And a lot of things in this game, like from weapons to as I said, cyberware, to like different food and drinks which you have in the backpack, all of that has seen a redesign, and all of those things make a lot more sense now to be used. And that's what is kind of really good thing about this update, especially if you're going into Cyberpunk for the first time and you're doing, you know, starting with Cyberpunk 2.0, you're going to have a blast. And also, I recommend everyone who played through the game, I really recommend going through the game again with this update, because it's really worth it. There are a lot of things which just change how the dynamic of the game works and how certain things are done in the game. It's just, especially with the cop system, like the police system changes a lot. Like, you have no idea how much this changes, because you, like, before you didn't really think about vehicles driving on the road if they were cops, like, you didn't pay attention. Now, oh man, things are much different. So this is everything for today. This is my first impressions of patch 2.0. Obviously not in detail as much as I wanted to be, so in the future, don't worry, like on 20th we're going to have the Phantom Liberty review which is coming out, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this. Thank you also for coming live to follow like the new Night City Wire. That was amazing. And yeah, this is LKM signing out. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I will try and answer them, and also like I will keep some of those questions for a video which I'm going to do later. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more, and also check us out on Twitter and Discord. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.